All right, Karl Dean, who is the Democratic nominee for governor, is coming up to the podium. He is out in West Nashville hugging his family members there and supporters, and he still doesn't know who he will face. So it'll be interesting to see a kind of generic
I think he's getting
message
a pretty good idea at this point.
Early on,
I suspect it may be somebody other than who the opposition research had done, but I believe they're working pretty hard if it is Bill Lee to make sure they've got what they need to know about him going forward.
Thank you.
All right, let's listen in to Karl Dean.
This is a great crowd. I apologize for my voice. I lost it in the last couple of days, but for a good cause. And really, my heart is filled with thanks, and many of you have been on this journey, which began a year and a half ago, right about the time that Davis was born, our grandchild. And I want to thank you for your support and believing in us, and I truly appreciate your confidence in our vision for Tennessee. I could not have done this without the strong support, encouragement, and endless campaigning that my wife Ann has done all over the state. I'm ever grateful for my three children, Wallen, Francis, and Rasco. My daughter-in-law, Caroline, who has been fantastic. Davis herself, she's a star. And I want to thank Leslie DeShields, who's Caroline's mother, for all her support and help, too. I want to thank our supporters who donated their time, their energy, their hard-earned money, the people who've made thousands of phone calls and knocked on thousands of doors on some of the hottest days of this summer. And of course, everyone who made it a priority to vote in today's election. From the plumbers and the pipe fitters to the carpenters, thank you. And of course, I need to say thank you to Courtney Wheeler, who is Courtney, who's my extraordinary campaign manager, and who put together a really strong staff, and she's done just a fantastic job. And so this momentum, our progress so far would have been impossible with all those people. And this energy is what we need to carry us through to November 6th. Just like we have had over 7,500 people who believed in the campaign enough to donate to the cause. I just had a very good conversation, a very warm conversation with Craig Fitzhugh, who ran, I think, a very spirited campaign, a very gentlemanly campaign. It was an honor to appear with him out around the state, and I thank him for his efforts and what he's done for the Democratic Party. And what he's done for our state, and I look forward to working with him in the weeks ahead. We are going forward, and we are going forward in this together. I am proud of the very positive message we kept throughout the primary election, and we're going to keep it positive. That is what I want to do. No, I am running on this sense that I don't think people want hyper-partisanship. You know, I have been to 95 counties, and I have heard consistently that people want their elected officials to work together to move their state forward. And that means working on the issues that matter, such as good education, providing for good jobs, and having health care for folks that is affordable. We all know that there are parts of our state, there are parts of Tennessee that are doing really well. Nashville's a great example, but there are other parts that are doing extraordinarily well right now. But that's not true in every part of the state. There are parts of the state that are struggling, parts of the state that have hospitals closing, schools where the tax base doesn't allow them to do the things they need to make great schools, and where the jobs that left in the 80s and 90s haven't come back. There is still work that we need to do for the forgotten Tennessee, and that's where my energies will be. We can invest in Tennessee. We can invest in Memphis. We should, as a state, say, that the poverty level in Memphis is just unacceptable to us. We should, as a state, say that we're going to build up the tax base there and make economic development there a key part of our agenda as governor. But we can do this in the Upper Cumberland.
All right, Karl Dean speaking to his supporters in West Nashville, accepting the Democratic nomination for governor.